I'm Kate.
And I'm Cheryl, and together we are
Fickle.
Stitches. Hello, everyone. Hello, Kate.
Hello,
Are
Cheryl.
you doing all right? Are you okay?
I'm okay. We just didn't spend how many minutes discussing it?
Oh, okay. So, I'll start off by saying, welcome to Fickle Stitches. This is a um, YouTube channel about our love of cross stitch. Kate and I also love books. Kate and I have also just finished reading the new release, Onyx Storm. We have
Yeah,
feelings. We had
we
feelings that
do.
we got all out before we started recording.
Yes.
No spoilers. We're not going to give any spoilers. However,
No spoilers.
if anybody
Should you
wants,
be reading it?
that's right. Should you be reading it and want to vent your spleen about it once you're done, let us know.
Yes.
It was very, very good. Very good. Very good. So, yes,
Like I
so we're
said,
just
I've run a marathon today with that.
right. Absolutely. And I had to wait till Kate was done because I kind of read, I kind of,
You read it. I listened to it to
yes,
draw
that's
it out.
why.
I was
Yes.
trying to delay it. I was
Yes.
going for delayed gratification.
Nope,
Yeah.
I just wanted straight in my veins. That's what I wanted. I just wanted
You
to,
mainlined it.
I did. I won't tell you how late I stayed up to, and because I just literally could not put it down. It was very, very good. There's lots of interesting things to speculate about.
Obsess over the next year and however long.
Obsess, speculate, potato.
Dissect.
Yeah. It's very, very good. Lots of surprises, lots of things that was not quite a surprise, but we'll see. So, anyways, so we've
Yeah,
gotten
cross
that
stitch.
all out, and so now we're going to talk about cross stitch. And what was I going to say? We wanted to just say thank you to all those who subscribe and like and all that good stuff. We want to thank all the people that left comments on our last video. They totally related to some of the things that we were talking about, dealing with the disappointment of like some of our plans being wrecked. Well, not wrecked, but we're changing the plans, that we had set out, and being okay with it and all sorts and this and that. So we just want to say thank you. We really appreciate and read everything you say, and just keep it up because we like to hear back from you for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, even though we've had this book plop in the middle of all this, we have been stitching. So yes. We were just going to basically jump right in because there wasn't any other things we wanted to talk about before then, right? We're good. Right.
We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
We are filming on a Thursday and not a Wednesday because I still had a bunch of the book yesterday.
That's right.
And I finished it this afternoon.
Yeah.
And we weren't going to talk until I finished.
Nope. And it was really hard. Although Kate would give me periodic updates on which chapter she would be on. And so then I would go into my Kindle and go to the chapter and read. And I was like, okay. And then I'd remember where she was at. So I was just like, oh, like, so it was fun to, because in other book series, I've been the one catching up. So it's been kind of nice to
yes
hear your reaction in real time. So that was kind of fun. So yeah. So yes. So we deliberately delayed our filming for an extra day. So here we are. And we have been stitching, that is for sure. So we might as well start off, as always, with our finishes. And I'm excited because I have one I can show.
Yay!
Yay! So, do you want to go with yours first?
No, I want to see yours.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. So yes, it's been the running issue that I have a secret project and all the finishes I've been doing on that I can't show. So when I actually can show you one, it's very exciting. So the one that I finished was, let me switch it back over here. The one that I finished was one that was almost done with our last video. It is Tiny Stockings Joy. And it was from the Leisure Arts magazine. Can't tell you when it was published. It's an oldie but goodie. And I did it on 28 count Carolina linen with the called for DMC. And I'm going to show it to you now. There we go.
Very cute.
It's very cute. You will remember our extensive discussion on our last video about how I was going to modify this because I did not like the cuff portion. Cuff, there we go. And I thought it was rather busy. So I modified it to put, this cuff in, which matches the first one of these stockings that I did. So they're a matching pair in some way. I have decided I am not going to stitch the third one. So it was a set of 3. It was a set of 3.
You only need a pair of stockings.
Yes, one for Jerry, one for me. So I did the Santa
Yes.
one and I did the Joy one. I made this part match, but I will not be doing the ABC one just because I can't figure out what I would put in there. And it's okay if I don't do it. So there you go.
You don't have to stitch everything.
I do not have to stitch everything, considering I have so much left to do. So there you go.
Yeah.
So yay, finish.
Yay.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay. How about yourself there, Madame?
I also have a finish.
Yay.
I finished the Amur Leopard by Lindy Stitches. I did it on 16 count Ariel from Picture This Plus. Started on October 7th last year, finished it on January 14th.
Nice.
And I stitched 1,147 stitches for that.
Can you bring it a little closer? Yeah, that looks so good.
I'm very pleased.
Yeah, that one's fantastic.
Yeah. So I didn't pick it up until January 13th when I worked it on those 2 days because I needed a break from it because I'd been trying so hard
Right.
to finish it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yep.
didn't you have a page finish?
Oh, I did. All right. So whatever. My daily stitching, I have not missed a day. And I got a page finish on Ravenclaw House by the Stitchery by MJ. I'm doing it on 16 count antique white. 3,296 stitches. Let me move that down. And there's a page finish.
Nice.
And I'm already moving on to this page in this row.
Very
Last
good.
page in the row. So I will not get a page finished before I switch at the end of the month, but
You don't think?
pretty happy with that. Yeah, no, I'm not pushing for it.
No? Okay.
I really almost wanted to swap after the page finished, and I was like, no, I sold myself a month.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, well that's all of our finishes. Yay, us.
Yay!
Yay. Just making a note of that. Okay. So now we're going to head on down. Did you start anything?
No.
No, neither did I. Okay. Well, then we're just going to tripsy-traipse right on to whips.
Moving right along.
Moving right along, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you want to start?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter
We're
to
so
me.
professional, people.
Yeah. It's like we didn't discuss this beforehand. But we did. which is even more annoying.
Well, we
Um,
didn't discuss the order.
no, that's true. We didn't. Okay. Well, I can go first. How's that? Let's just make
That's
a
fine.
decision. Let's make a decision. Okay. So, the first one I'm going to show you is I worked some on Green Groweth the Holly by Park. I always mess up the pronunciation. Park Hopper Bart Designs. He's a friend of ours, which I enjoy. And yeah. And this one was actually for a whipagory. Yeah. Okay. So that was for a whipagory. And so I'm doing this one on a 32 count, one of a kind, even weave ornament cut by Fortnite Fabrics, and I have substituted out the called for threads with some of my single skein silk collection. So this is where I am at.
Looks good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So there you go. I always love Bart's patterns. So yeah. So that's the first one for me.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm also starting with my categories. This first one I did was for the category New to You. And this is Celestial Symphony by Joan Elliott Designs. Here's what it looks like. I'm doing this on 16 count Love Bug by Fortnite Fabrics.
Nice.
And I put 570 stitches in on this.
Oh, look at that.
I found the other side and I started stitching back down and around. So I don't know if you remember, but I've got an error somewhere in the rays on the that are stitched in.
Right.
So I'm approaching from the other side to fudge it.
Gotcha. No, that looks good.
Yeah, because I can't even figure out where to frog it. So we're just gonna say the heck with it. This next one is closest to a finish. That was before I chose my categories before January rolled around, and I thought Amur Leopard would be done, and it wasn't. So that one really technically was closest to a finish, but this one is the second one. So this is Zombies from Prairie Moon. Here's what it looks like. I'm doing this on the 16 count Witchy from Be Stitch Me, and I stitched 1,060 stitches.
Oh,
Here's where it's at.
Love this one so much.
Yep.
Love it, love it, love
I'm
it.
going to be delusional. Probably about 4 or 5 more stitching sessions and it'll be done.
Nice.
All right. Let me do one more. So for the category holiday, I chose to use the one that I use when nothing else matches. So, and that is the bear from Cottage Garden Samplings. Here's what it looks like. I'm doing this on 16 count Heritage from Picture This Plus. It might be the called for. I did 505 stitches on this, and here's where I am.
Nice.
I got all the grass on this side finished. And this bear is going to take forever. It's a big chunky, I'm about to go into hibernation bear. All right, why don't you do one?
Okay, here we go. I would like to also mention that I am also doing daily stitching this year to put some good chunks of time in on some of my pieces that I want to get at least 1,000 stitches in over the year. In theory, I was going to concentrate on like one, and that's the only time I stitch it is to do like 100 stitches a day. It hasn't quite worked out that way. But I've still managed to get 1,200 stitches in since the beginning of January on 2 red Cardinals.
Nice.
And 2 red Cardinals by Victoria Harley. Let's see, it's on 22 count white hardanger, and I'm doing 1/1 with the called for DMC. And this is where I am at. Ooh.
Very nice.
I'm doing some of the, it's got its beak.
It does.
I'm very excited. So it was really, really nice to start filling in that part. I've decided if I can just kind of go and try to work towards getting it kind of even all the way across here.
Yeah.
And just because I needed a break from all the blues. I really, really did. So the daily stitching that I was being able to put on this really made a huge difference. Like I said, I hit my yearly goal already with this one. And I sit there and I look at it and go, man, it feels like I haven't done anything. Like, this one's going to take forever. But it does look really, really good. And I'm really excited to see it in its entirety when it's done. So there you go.
It's going to be so pretty.
Oh, love it. Okay. Back to Kate.
Back to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to talk about Whip Go now. And my friend Garrett chose Frozen from DoNaStitch.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a picture of what it looks like. I'm doing this on 16 count antique white Ada, and I stitched 982 stitches. Here's where I got to.
Nice.
So Pattern Keeper, it's now in Pattern Keeper, and it's a game changer.
Yes.
Very, very nice. And okay, my second Whip Go for the month was chosen by EJ of Sunshine Stitchers, and she chose Flying Ship from OwlForest Embroidery.
Oh,
here's a picture of what
fun.
it looks like. I am doing this on 16 count Gothic from Picture This Plus using the OwlForest threads, and I stitched 545 stitches. And here's where I got to.
Nice.
It's just soothing. I may need to stitch this today. I'm going to need to stitch something soothing today.
If not this, Carolyn Manning. Comfort stitches for the win.
Yeah, you're going to laugh. We'll get there. All right,
Okay.
let me do two
One
more.
more.
One more?
Yeah.
One more?
1 or 2, whatever.
Okay. This next one. Yeah. It's just a whip temperature stitching. And it's Primeval from Forbidden Fiber Company. I'm doing this on 16 count chosen from Forbidden Fiber Company using the Forbidden Fiber Company threads. And I put 1,005 stitches in on this.
Nice.
So I did a color, basically. Yeah. I enjoyed that very much.
Absolutely.
One more, because it's kind of funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Heimdallr from Carolyn Manning on 16 count antique white got a total of 1,434 stitches while I was listening to the book. All I could do was triangles.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
I had no capacity.
That's funny.
Because when I tried yesterday to stitch something else, I had to frog 100 stitches.
So screw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I thought you would laugh at that.
I wondered what you had stitched on. Like I knew you were listening it on audiobook. And I was like, I wonder what you were going to and I knew you would stitch along with it. I knew that part, but it was like the mystery was which one you would be doing.
Oh, Ravenclaw house. I did my daily stitching with it.
Mhm.
But I was also block stitching, and it was not challenging at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and the next whip I show is the one I tried, but we'll wait a minute. But that I was trying to like outline the fill in, and
Mhm.
I went like 2-3 stitches below
Yeah.
all the way across, and I'm like, I've got to take everything out
Yeah.
to get it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. We don't want to be distracted.
No,
No, not
no,
at all. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do my last one. Here we go. So, it's just funny. This one is funny because I had this one lined up as a choice for January for the Whippagories that Sammy J does. And I started it um, almost kind of in honor of, or I just picked it up to do it this week because it is OwlForest's Star Dragon.
You're gonna make me cry.
I know, so sorry. And so I thought, well, this is a good one to be. I had been working on it before the book came out, but I was just like, yeah, I might as well work on this while I'm doing it. So the version I am doing is on 40 Count Macchiato Verdal by B Stitch Me. And I'm using the floss from OwlForest. I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to um, do it with their floss. So fortunately, there was some other people doing it with me, and we kind of bulk ordered
Yeah,
things.
we did a combo order, and that was the best way to get those threads here.
Yeah, in the most economical way. So as you can see, it's still on my on my Q snap is the word I'm using, because I still have some more to go towards the category. I plan on finishing that today, but this is where I'm at. So I did a top left border start, and I'm all the way over. This is indication I'm right in the middle. So
Yep.
this is the start of the middle motif, and I'm going to try and do to finish it and move on, go down to where this is mirrored down at the bottom. There's some more on either. Anyways, I'm going to put in, I need at least 50 more, which I've already, yeah, anyways. What I'm trying to say is there's going to be a little bit more, and then I'm going to put it down. This one is one of my focuses, i.e. one of my big projects that I want to get 750 to 1,000 stitches in. I will not get that done this month, but it's one of those things where I can pick it up again later.
So, Pam and Steph, tangible progress.
Tangible progress. So for this, I did this from here over. And because it's 40 count, it doesn't look like very much, but I promise it's almost 300 stitches. I promise. But yeah. So I just love this. I'm excited to keep on working on this. The nice thing about this one is it's very, it's not actual blocks, but it's chunks where you're just using one thread and you're getting somewhere, if that makes sense. I don't have to stop very often and
There's
change.
only 4 colors in the whole project.
Right. So, and with this particular one, I see that I'm just trying to do a whole bunch in one color and then go back and go to the next, and kind of fill it in. But so, yeah. So that is what I have been working on. So now we're back to Kate.
Okay. So this next one is just because I want to get it done. The Chance to Fly from Forbidden Fiber Company. This is on Lucky 16 count Forbidden Fiber Company using Forbidden Fiber Company threads. And this was my January 1st start this year. And I stitched 1,861 stitches.
Nice. Oh, look, dragons. Oh, no, flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys.
That's all I'm seeing right
But
now.
everyone deserves a chance to fly.
Yes. Yes.
If you can hang on.
Right.
Love
it.
Yeah, no, I've got half the Emerald City to fill in and the rainbow border that goes 3/4 of the way up and around. And then it's done. So I'm very happy with that, even though I had to frog.
Sorry.
A bunch of it. All right. Speaking of frogging, this next one is Frogwarts, the Year 5 band sampler from the Black Needle Society. I'm doing this on the called for 16 count Dirty Piggy from Be Stitch Me, which cracks me up. 228 stitches, and I focused in on the mirror.
Nice.
Oh, it's not the mirror. It's the thing Sirius falls through at the end.
Nice.
I feel like I can't remember what it's called.
It looks nice.
Oh, thank you, Cheryl.
You love me.
I do.
Thank goodness.
All right.
Are you
this
done?
Next one is Anzak. No, I'm not done.
Okay, good. I was going to say, I thought you had more. Okay, Anzak.
Anzak from Long Dog Samplers on 16 count sampler gold color and cotton. Here's what it looks like.
Yes.
And I did some temperature stitching, so 258 stitches, and I finished the bigger platypus, the smaller platypus, the bigger platypus.
The platypus is done.
The platypi are done.
Oh, excuse-moi.
So, and I still got a little bit to go to get to the other side.
Right. You're close, though.
I am. Well, no, there's that much. I don't know. 2, 3 inches.
Yeah, well, okay, all right. Just joking.
All right. This next one was temperature stitching as well. This is the woodpecker. Here's what it looks like from Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm doing this on 16 count doubloon, and I put 909 stitches in on this.
Nice.
So it's a lot smaller than the bear.
Right.
Yep. All right. One more.
Okay.
I pulled out the Blackwater Siren Stitch Along from Bella Filipina. I'm doing it on 16 count Dark Waters from Under the Sea, and I stitched 284 stitches. And I started the first siren and worked on her hair.
Can
That's
you
the gray.
bring it down just a smidge and over to your right? Okay, I got it right. Okay, good. Okay, now I can really see the box, the treasure chest.
Yeah.
It's really starting to take, yeah, I can see it really good. Nice.
Okay. And that gives me, drum roll, 14,004 stitches.
Very nice. Very nice. Good job, lady.
Right.
Good job.
Well, why don't we do our very sad haul?
Okay, here we go. Oh, Wegman's bag, oh, Wegman's bag. You're very empty today.
Yep.
I do believe this is the first time in the history of our Flosstube channel that we have not had. I mean,
Oh,
haul. Now, I'll be honest with you. I bought some DMC. Not that exciting.
I did probably as well. Yeah, no, I did. I did buy some DMC. I'm not counting that.
That doesn't count in our world. Now, there have been purchases made, and I'm just waiting for my box of treats. I am.
Nope.
Yeah.
I did buy a bag from Stitch and Button, but it's got to be made, and then
Yeah.
I'll have it.
Mine's on its way with friends.
Okay.
That's all I can say about that. Oh, look, we said her name. Whoever of you were doing the drinking game, there you go. So yeah, so there's
Right.
there's no haul. So we're gonna end off our video today talking about
With plans.
with plans. So go ahead.
Okay. So, daily stitching will keep going. Temperature stitching will keep going. And then whatever else I want to stitch, I'm going to stitch.
Okay. Yeah, because you've got all
It's,
your other stuff done, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought we could talk about next month's categories.
All right. I will briefly just mention mine and we'll go into that. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
So my plans are to finish the amount of stitches I have left on Star Dragon. And then I have one more category to do. And it's going to be letters for Santa, and I'll show that to you next time. And then I have one category and a whip go that are the same, and another whip go. So for me, whip goes this year are my big pieces, my focus pieces. Right now, because some of them have time deadlines, I'm scheduling them in. Like, it doesn't matter what number Jessie Marie calls. I'm scheduling in these two. After I get past the ones that have a time crunch, then I'm going to tiny decision, so that it's a little more random. So this month I am going to be working on the Under the Sea Style, and that's going to be going to get the focus of my daily 100 stitches, if I can do it every day, and also whip go. And then the other one that's going to get a bunch of love is going to be Snow Queen. And Snow Queen will fill a category as well as whip go. And both of my whip goes are 5 days of touching. So there's going to be, with the amount of time we have left, we're going to have a couple of days of overlap. So I'll be working on both of them each day, which is fine. It'll be okay. The key is getting at least, it's almost like 2 daily 100s for the next, from now until the end of January. So if I get all that done, that means that I'll have all my January categories done and my 2 whip goes. And then after that will be February.
Okay.
Which will, yes.
All right. So let's talk about categories.
For February.
Yes.
Okay,
so the first category is seasonal.
Have you okay, before we start really getting into this, have you picked any of yours yet, or are you just excited that they're out?
I've picked 4 out of 5.
Okay. All right, well, we can talk about those then. Okay.
Have you picked any?
No, but this helps me to look over my list. I try to, yeah. All right, go ahead.
So seasonal, I'm going to stitch on Autumn in the Pines.
Oh, nice. Nice. That would be a good one. For me, I probably will work on the Winter Landscape Pillow, the one that's done with yarn, on a really huge count.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Put F on
Okay.
that. Okay.
Number two is Celestial.
Okay.
Star Dragon would work.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'm also looking at. There's a whole bunch. I think I just went with Celestial Symphony, but I could do Wonders of the Night Sky. I could do Moon Deer.
Oh yeah, because it it's more moon stars than
And Heaven. Is that where you were going?
air. Well, no, I wasn't. Because fantasy includes dragons and angels and things of that nature. Celestial is
Star.
Stars. Okay. Well,
Stars, moons, planets.
I do have one called Starry Starry Night.
You do?
Starry Starry Night, probably that one. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, whip older than 2 years. I am smitten for choices, but I tentatively wrote in Moonlight Sampler just to keep making progress on it.
Well, let me see. I'm just looking at. I might use the opportunity to try to get a finish with. No, I want to look at. Something I haven't touched since last year. I'll have to look about that one to remind me what I've touched and what I didn't. I'm trying to use the ones that didn't get any love last year first for those. Yeah. So I'll leave that as a question mark.
Okay, number 4. And I really appreciated my notion for this. Longest since worked on.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yep, no, I went and did some clicking, and it turns out it's Noon Basking.
Oh, wow. I know mine is Angel of Hope. For sure. That's the one where I'm still trying to decide.
That's the one you were deciding if you were going to restart or not.
This will force me to do it. So I'm definitely going to do that one. Yeah, I need to poop or get off the pot on this one.
Yep.
Yeah. And if I can't make a decision, then I'm going to probably pull it out of my, I don't know. Anyways, that one has, I don't know why I'm agitated about that one. It's not an agitation. I just can't make a decision. I know I want to do it. I just, yeah. Okay. Anyways, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Number 5 is Has Words.
Oh my Lord. I have so many like that. I think what I will do though is pick definitely one that I didn't touch. And that could be, oh gosh, that could be Love and Joy. That could be, Olivia Oakerleaf. I have a number of options for that one. I will have to sift through and figure out what I'm going to do about that.
I don't know what I want to stitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to let that one go for a little bit.
Yeah, we do have 8 days to make a decision. And you
can have more than 8 days. I can work through the other categories before I work on that one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even the ones that I mentioned here tonight, I should say mentioned here on this video, I'm not 100% sure that I will actually go for them. They fit the category for now, but I'm going to kind of zip through and see what makes sense for my plan. Because I am trying to keep to the plan. Shocking, I know. Hi, baby. Hi, beautiful. Yeah. We have a visitor.
She can't hear you because I'm wearing earbuds.
I know, I still like to talk to her. I would like to think she just hears me on some sort of.
Cosmic
Sure, yeah.
level.
Celestial, even.
Down some sort of bond.
Me and the cat.
Hmm.
Can you fly?
Okay.
Oh, we're not done. We haven't stopped filming.
Darn it.
We have to
Now
say
you're gonna have
goodbye
to.
to the people.
Okay.
So,
I'm still laughing.
I'm gonna have to rename this video. No, I'm gonna have to take the no spoilers tentative title.
No.
It's
No,
not a
no. You can cut
spoiler.
those couple words out.
Yeah, no, that's not a real spoiler, actually. Is it?
All right. And I think we've said it all.
I think we have as well.
You're right. Happy stitching, everyone.
Happy stitching, everyone. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.
Bye.